Hey awesome learners! Welcome back to the channel. Did you know that by learning just a few hundred common English words, you can understand a huge chunk of everyday conversations? It's true, and that's exactly what we're focusing on today, turbocharging your English fluency so you can speak, listen, and write with confidence and ease. In this video, we're going to dive into some practical techniques and exercises that will help you unlock your inner English speaker. Forget those awkward pauses and the frustration of searching for the right words. We're going to equip you with the skills you need to express yourself clearly, understand native speakers without breaking a sweat, and write with the flair and accuracy you've always dreamed of. Imagine effortlessly chatting with new friends from around the world, confidently nailing that presentation at work, or finally writing that blog post or story you've been putting off. That's the power of fluency, and that's exactly what we're here to help you achieve. By the end of this video, you'll have some powerful new tools to add to your English learning toolkit, including a better understanding of sentence structure, some vocabulary boosters, and some pronunciation tips that will make your English sound natural and polished. And for those of you who stick around until the very end, I've got a bonus tip for dramatically improving your listening comprehension. It's a game changer. So, are you ready to level up your English and start communicating like a pro? Let's get started. The musty smell of old wood and cork grease hung in the air, a scent I would soon come to associate with both exhilarating triumph and utter frustration. It was the first day of band practice, and I, a lanky, awkward 11-year-old, clutched my brand new clarinet case like a lifeline. My name is Leo, and this is the story of when I learned to play the clarinet. My best friend, Maya, a whirlwind of energy with a bright smile and an even brighter trumpet case, bounced on the balls of her feet beside me. "Ready to make some beautiful music, Leo?" she chirped, her enthusiasm infectious, if a little intimidating. I swallowed, the lump in my throat feeling as big as the clarinet reed I'd just painstakingly placed on the mouthpiece. "Ready as I'll ever be," I mumbled, trying to project confidence I certainly didn't feel. Truthfully, the clarinet, a gift from my grandfather, felt more like a complex puzzle than a musical instrument. We entered the band room, a cacophony of sound washing over us, the squeak of a saxophone, the rumble of a tuba, the tentative toots of other nervous beginners. Mr. Henderson, our band director, a man whose presence filled the room despite his average height, greeted us with a warm smile. "Welcome, welcome. Find your seats, everyone. Clarinets over here." I found a spot next to a girl with fiery red hair pulled back into a tight ponytail. She gave me a curt nod, her eyes already focused on the music stand in front of her. Her name, I'd later learn, was Sarah, and she was as serious about music as Maya was about everything else. Mr. Henderson began the lesson, explaining the basics of embouchure, a word that sounded both fancy and vaguely embarrassing. He demonstrated how to hold the clarinet, how to blow, how to shape your mouth. It looked so easy when he did it, a melodic sound flowing effortlessly from the instrument. When I tried, however, the result was less a musical note and more a strangled squeak. "Like this?" I asked, cheeks puffing out like a blowfish. Mr. Henderson chuckled kindly. "Not quite, Leo. Try relaxing your jaw a little. Imagine you're blowing out a candle, but gently." I tried again. Another squeak. And another. And another. Maya, ever the optimist, offered encouraging words from across the room. "You'll get it, Leo. Just keep practicing." Sarah, however, simply rolled her eyes and muttered something about beginner's woes. Speaking practice. Practice speaking the following sentence aloud, paying attention to the intonation and pronunciation. "Not quite, Leo. Try relaxing your jaw a little. Imagine you're blowing out a candle, but gently." The next few weeks were a symphony of squeaks, squawks, and near-silent whispers of air. I practiced diligently, my lips growing numb and my fingers aching. At home, My parents endured my cacophony with remarkable patience, occasionally offering words of encouragement through gritted teeth. One afternoon, while struggling with a particularly difficult passage, I was about to throw my clarinet across the room in frustration when my grandfather, the man who had gifted me the instrument, walked in. "Having a bit of trouble there, Leo?" he asked, his voice gentle. "It's impossible," I exclaimed, my voice cracking with frustration. "I'll never be able to play this thing." He smiled, a knowing twinkle in his eye. "Patience, Leo. Learning anything worthwhile takes time and effort. Remember, even the greatest musicians started somewhere." He picked up his old saxophone, its brass gleaming under the lamplight, and played a few notes, the sound smooth and resonant. "Just keep practicing, and you'll find your own music." His words, and the effortless beauty of his playing, renewed my determination. I picked up my clarinet, took a deep breath, and tried again. This time, the sound was different. It wasn't perfect, but it was a note, a clear, resonant note. Slowly, painstakingly, I began to improve. The squeaks became less frequent, the notes clearer, the melodies smoother. I learned to read music, to understand rhythm, to coordinate my fingers and breath. I even started to enjoy the challenge, the feeling of accomplishment when I finally mastered a difficult passage. Vocabulary explanation. Cacophony. A harsh, discordant mixture of sounds. Example. The cacophony of the city streets made it hard to concentrate. Resonant. Deep, clear, and continuing to sound or ring. Example. The singer's resonant voice filled the concert hall. One evening, a few months later, Maya and I were practicing in the band room. Sarah, as usual, was practicing nearby, her playing flawless and precise. We were working on a duet, a lively piece that required precise timing and coordination. We stumbled a few times, our notes clashing in a less than harmonious manner. Maya said, tapping her foot thoughtfully. "I think we're rushing the tempo a bit. Let's try it again, but slower this time." We started again, focusing on staying together. This time, the music flowed, our notes blending together in a surprisingly pleasant melody. We finished the piece, a grin spreading across Maya's face. "See," she said, "I told you we'd get it." Even Sarah, usually stoic and reserved, offered a grudging compliment. "Not bad," she muttered, a faint smile playing on her lips. That day, in the musty, music-filled bandroom, I realized that learning the clarinet wasn't just about mastering an instrument. It was about patience, perseverance, and the joy of creating something beautiful, even from the most discordant of beginnings. It was about communication, understanding, and the power of music to connect us, even the quiet, red-headed girl who preferred her music solo. And, in a way, it was about learning a new language, the language of music, which, like any language, opened up a whole new world of understanding and expression. Alright, as promised, here's your bonus tip for boosting your English fluency. Turn on English subtitles while watching your favorite movies or TV shows. It's a simple trick, but it works wonders for passively absorbing new vocabulary and pronunciation. You'll be amazed how quickly you start picking things up without even realizing you're studying. I'm so incredibly proud of you for sticking with me till the very end of this video. I know learning a language takes dedication and effort, and I truly appreciate you investing your precious time with me. It fills me with joy to know you're actively working towards your English language goals. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps me out and lets me know what kind of content resonates with you. And if you think someone you know could benefit from these tips, please share the video with them. Let's spread the knowledge and help each other grow. I pour my heart and soul into creating these videos, and seeing your progress fuels my passion. Don't forget to hit that follow button to stay connected and be the first to know about new stories, tips, and all the exciting things we have planned. We're building a fantastic community here, and I'm so thrilled to have you be a part of it. Remember, every step you take, no matter how small, brings you closer to fluency. Be kind to yourself throughout this journey, celebrate your wins, and never give up. Take good care of yourselves, and I'll be back tomorrow with another story. See you then.